Zugno. Yeah. We be chopping it up. Word around town, we be chopping it up. AC the barber, he be chopping it up. Chopping it up. Brand new podcast, chopping it up. You can get you some game or you can get you a cut. We speaking all kind of topics from rich to poor. All negative vibes. Get your ass out the door. We connect.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chopping Up Podcast. I'm here with my good friend, Willie Richard Sr., all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana, by way of Houston, by way of Dallas, by way of Bryan College Station. He everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Yeah. So if you ever see him around town, man, don't look at him crazy. You know, he just trying to do the will of God. Yeah. You know, despite of what you heard or what you may hear or what you may see, hey, this is a real man of God. I vouch for him. I've been right there by his side, man, and I've always supported of what he does, and always had good things to say because he has good things to say to me. Just you got to have that support, man. And in that preacher, man, what would you say would be a considerable thing for this town to add to it to embark on elevation for maybe youth sports or church, or what would you think would be needed to get to the next level, or even just a progress of positivity in this town or city that could be used for our generations to come?
Well, to me, I think the main thing is the men need to take their place. Need to take their rightful place, man. We got a lot of men who are not in their rightful place, and in most circumstances, the role is reversed. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Or the men feel less than. You know what I'm saying? They should feel about themselves. So, I have to tell people. I say this all the time, man. This place like Nineveh.
Oh yeah.
I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's you have, just imagine going into a region. You have a bunch of people who wants to do the right thing.
Yeah.
All right, but they don't do it because, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The person who's doing the wrong thing is either one of their relatives.
Yeah.
Or a close friend or one of them people. You know what I'm saying? So they haven't quite made a decision. I'm not being judgmental, but what you do is you create generational curses.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me that there's not a consistency. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? There's not a consistency of demonic activity here. Yeah. Like every year around the same time.
Yeah.
All right? We hear about the young people being shot. Well, what's wrong? All right? The mama trying to work 2 jobs, or they just don't care. All right? The dad, either he's locked up or he's not doing what he's supposed to do. So the child is out there on their own, doing whatever they want to do. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I'm like you can't be my child and you got a gun in the house. You got drugs in the house. All of this activity going on, you not saying nothing.
Yeah.
That's hard for me to comprehend. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then you have young people who are having children. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got children raising children.
Yeah.
The wrong way.
Yeah.
If that's not a generational curse, what is it?
That's what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
because
exactly what it is.
The person who had the child didn't learn the right thing to do or acquire the right values to live by. Mm-hmm. So they do what they feel.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like what you said about the men need to take their place.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you got women trying to be men because the men ain't there.
Yeah.
So that speaks volumes, because I knew when I was growing up, my dad wasn't always there. Mm-hmm. But man, I got 8 uncles, man.
Yeah.
Man, and them around could put their foot on my neck. Doc, when I say put their foot on my neck, man, they were just like daddies to me. Mm-hmm. Man, I had I remember my mom and them was playing dominoes. I never will forget it. She was frying fish and playing dominoes, smoking her Virginia Slim cigarettes. I don't know
Yeah.
how she did all three at the same time, but she did it. That sister was cold with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And man, and had that wig sideways.
Yeah.
You don't hear me. Had it sideways, Doc. Had it sideways. Man, mama say, boy, I need you to take that trash out. I say, yes, ma'am. Man, I'm in there playing my game. Man, about an hour later, she said, boy, I know the fish ready then. I done crept my way on in the
You
kitchen.
forgot all about everything.
Fish and fries. I'm finna
Yeah.
go eat. She
Yes,
said, no. You need to take that trash. But my mama eat first.
Mm-hmm.
Man, my uncle turned around and looked at me and say, boy, you know that's my sister you talking to like that, huh?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, but that's my mama.
Mm-hmm.
He said, no, that's my sister.
Yeah.
Man, that rocker grabbed me by my throat. I said, man, I don't even want no fish and fries. I'm finna take this trash out.
Hey, bro. Hey, bro, that's real, though.
Hey, man, you know,
That's real.
it took that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
from then on, I had a different, because I had certain uncles that I knew that were friendly, that they never got out the way with me. And he was one of them.
Yeah.
But man, that dog, he just didn't like the way how I talked to my mama.
That's right.
And he said, man, that's my sister. When he said that, I was like,
Yeah.
man, you tripping, man, that's my mama, man.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, yeah, but that's my sister.
Yeah.
You don't talk to my sister like that.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even want no friendship fries,
Yeah.
man. Let me go and take this trash out. I'm going back to my room.
I'm gonna hit you with this point right here. See, with your uncle, people often say it takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're right.
Doc. It's just the same.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the same. And the reason I say it's just the same
Uh-huh.
because it's okay when the village is doing for your child. But the moment the village is to step in and correct that child,
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
that's a problem.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, and
You say
that's
that.
to be honest with you, that's where the problem lies.
Mm-hmm.
That's the secret. I promise. You know how they say the secret sauce?
Yeah.
That's the secret sauce, Doc.
Yeah,
because when we was growing up,
Uh-huh.
when we was growing up, if they knew your mama, they knew your family.
Yeah.
They had the right to set you straight.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And they
Yeah.
wasn't gonna get shot. As a matter of fact, we wasn't even gonna talk back to it. Man, my mama heard me curse. I was almost 30 years old.
Yeah, that was just
You
the
see what I'm
respect.
saying?
You wasn't going to
I
do
was
it.
almost 30 years old, man. You see what I'm saying? Man,
I'm
in fact, me
49.
and her had words. Me and her had words. This was right before my mama passed. Me and her had words. I was out there tripping, whatnot, and I'm out there. I'm fighting her. I got the Bible in my hand. I'm fighting. Look, in the rain. You tell me he ain't took a lot for the Lord to cleanse me. You hear me? I'm out. We had just come from church.
Yeah.
You hear me? I'm out there fighting her. I got she in the car. I'm fighting with one hand, trying to get.
Holding the word.
You hear me? And holding the word. And it pouring down, raining on me.
But that's a new one on me, boy. I ain't never heard that one, boy.
Hey, man. Hey, I lift up my right hand before God. Am I telling the truth, man? I asked her. I'm telling you, boy, I was a booger bear.
Yeah, hey,
I
man,
was a
you
booger
tough with
bear,
it.
Doc.
Yeah, you
but,
tough
But
with
I
it.
say that to say this, man. I'm telling you, that's the secret sauce right there, man.
Yeah.
Like we don't have the respect. All right, the kids don't have the respect.
Yeah, man.
They don't have the respect because nobody can hold them accountable, not even their parents.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if he cussing and cutting up in front of his daddy and his mama, you think he gonna respect you? Let's be real about it.
Yeah. No.
I done seen kids cuss in front of their grandma
Yeah.
and then turn back around and call her Nana.
Yeah, it's a
Bro,
different time.
come
man.
on, man.
Yeah, I know when I grew up, I'm 49, I still ain't cussing in front of my mama.
That's what I'm
You
trying
know,
to tell
so
you.
I mean, at the end of the day, man, I get what you're saying because
Yeah.
there's a level of respect that has to be mandated in a household that's structured. Don't get me wrong. Once you get out underneath my roof, you can go do whatever you want to do. You can talk how you want to talk. You can act how you want to act.
Yeah.
But when you underneath this roof, hey, we're gonna respect each other.
That's it.
Because I'm not gonna do that to you. So I
Right.
don't allow you to do it to me.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the structure of how this goes.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I let you loose and you do that, next thing you think you're gonna whoop me.
Yeah.
And then we got a problem.
Yeah.
Because see, you think you're gonna whoop me? I got a size 13.
Boy, I got a story for that too.
Yeah.
I remember growing up, man, and just what you said, man. I remember this dude named Percy P.
Mm-hmm.
Dude lived right off Abundance and had words with his mama. the community start, you wearing batters, you wearing dope ropes and Kangos and all of this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start to smell your drawers, so mama
Oh
said.
yeah.
And man, he messing around and had some words with his mama, right?
Uh-huh.
In the project hallway, she shot him in his chest with a .357.
Wow.
Hey, I've always respected my mama, my parents.
Yeah.
But when I heard something like that,
Yeah.
and I knew the dude,
Yeah.
Doc.
That's too close to home, man.
Yes, sir. That put everything in context.
I know it do.
I'm talking about like, because he was literally here one day, not here the next day.
Yeah. That is, man, that hit a little different, man, when it gets you like that, you start to think and wonder what's really real and what's really the things I really should be doing.
Yeah.
And how I should be acting, and
Yeah.
how I should respect my parents. Because you can't tell me you love something and you treat it any kind of way.
Yeah.
Don't make sense.
That's real right
You know
there.
what I'm saying?
That's real
You
right
can't
there.
tell me you love your mama and you talking to her like this here.
Yeah.
Believe you me, that was
Yeah.
the only time I got out the way with my mama after that.
Mm-hmm.
When my uncle grabbed me by my neck, hey man, I ain't even eat that night. So what that tell you? And I
Well, he
love
shook you
French
up, boy.
fried fish and French
I
fries.
bet you do.
With ketchup and everything else that go,
Yeah.
man, I had a little mixture going on when I fixed my little sauces, my condiments with mine. But man, I ain't want nothing that night after that. After
Yeah.
that encounter, it brought a relative sense to me that I can't hurt this woman because this man gonna hurt me because this is his sister.
Mm-hmm.
And man, just my words, he gonna do me like this here? Oh no, I ain't, man. Look here, I'm yes ma'am and no ma'am and all the
Yeah.
way out.
But that's what being held accountable will do for you.
Yes
bro.
sir, yes
You see
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
It'll literally change your appetite.
It will.
You
And
see
it
what
did.
I'm saying?
It
The
did.
things you think you want to do, and somebody step in.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And correct you in the right way. That path you were possibly going down,
Yeah,
no, turn to straight street.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go this way. You know why? Because somebody stepped in.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's needed, like you said, with the men standing up being men and taking their rightful place.
Mm-hmm.
So many times, it's nothing wrong with leaning on each other, but somebody has to be a leader,
Yeah.
and somebody has to lead, and in a fashion to where, you can't be when you're leading, you can't be afraid to make mistakes.
Nope.
You can't be afraid to be not understood because you're leading. This thing, we ain't never walked this walk before.
Man.
I ain't never been no parent before. I ain't never been no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is all new to me.
Yeah.
So, but if I have a structure and I have a place in God, and He is allowing me to consult with Him concerning my walk, concerning when I wake up and when I get to moving in my being, how can I mess up so bad to where He's gonna lead me into error? Because I'm being led by Him. So there is no such thing of me messing up.
No.
Because my being is in God and my being led is in Him.
Yeah.
Now, if I say I'm being led by God and I'm doing and the benefit of it don't add up, then something wrong with me. It ain't God.
Yeah.
It's with me.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if I'm really sincere and I'm really wholesome about being led by God and allowing God to be God in my life and I'm following the instructions, how can I lose?
You can't lose.
How can I
You
mess
can't
up?
lose.
You can't. It's
can't.
but we've somewhere down the line we've listened to people that think that's not such. Because they say, well, God will allow you to do X, Y, Z. But how can you say He's a perfect God if He's going to allow you to mess up and you're getting your instructions from Him?
Right.
No. It don't work because He's a perfect God.
Yeah.
Now we might not do it the way He wants us to do it. It might not go the way we think it should go.
Yeah.
But that don't mean He messed up.
No.
It ain't mean what He told us ain't right.
It's in the same way. Think about this. In the same way, here's the logic in it. Here's the logic in our humanity, because take it to consideration. Peter, all right? When Peter was in the boat, all right, they were going to the other side, whatever, and Jesus came walking on water. Peter's vision was visual. All right. It was astounding to the point where he locked in on Jesus. And when he locked in, he rose up. All right? Not even knowing he rose up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when he rose up just enough to see that it was Jesus, what did Jesus say? What did Peter say? Peter said, Lord, if it's you, bid me to come. All right? And he began to walk on the water. And as long as he was locked in on Jesus, he was fine. The moment he took his eyes off Jesus is when he began to fall. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll say that's what our walk is like a lot of times.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? As long as we are locked in on what God will have us to do, we're successful.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And when we're not successful, you see what I'm saying? It's either one or two things, all right? It's a trial, all right? Because there's a time in the season for everything. Trials happen. You know what I'm saying? We're still human. You see what I'm saying? Or we took our eyes off and stopped following what he called us to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it in my own life, Doc.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? But I could tell you this, bro. Like in this season in life, man, I'm praying that the Holy Spirit would empower me, empower us, continue to empower us. You know what I'm saying? To lead this next generation in real dialogue, authentic dialogue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dialogue where not only are they held accountable, but we are held accountable. Because what we're seeing, what I'm seeing is, you got men, women of God, you know what I'm saying? You call on other people to do this, do that, be this, be that. You see what I'm saying? And on the back end, you know, you messy.
Yeah.
You stirring up stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you simply just not being, you see what I'm saying, who God called you to be.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know the stories. That's know you know the story. I ain't, you know, but and that's just crazy work to me, man. Because with all the stuff going on in this world, you see what I'm saying? Like you should be pouring into the marginalized. You see what I'm saying? Not being so passive. You know, I'm not saying you do it to where you wear yourself out. But hey, it's one body, many members. You see what I'm saying? Allow somebody else to be the hands and the feet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But you know, I can say this though, preacher. I've noticed a lot of people that are in position that should be pouring into our younger generation, to other ministers, to other saints of God. You know, sometimes when their life is unraveling, you know, I think the selfishness set in. So you don't want to bring another minister up. So you don't want to point to nobody else.
Yeah.
Because you can't, because your life is unraveling. And so I got to remain like I'm this stud, like I'm this person of power, or this person that's, you know, in this position, so I can't look weak. But that's a facade.
It's a facade.
It's a facade because there's a time and place for all things, and there's a time where we all get weak. There's not a strong person on this earth all the time. You know, life be life, and it's gonna cause you to think about some things. It's gonna cause you to reevaluate some things, to reset some things.
Yeah.
Why is it that we have to fast and pray? It's because to get this flesh under subjection.
Yeah, under
because
subjection.
it gets out of whack.
in line.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think people in position tend to get selfish because of their life is unraveling, and they don't want to look weak.
Yeah.
But not being real about it, because when the people see that, hey man, I'm human. I'm just like you guys.
Yeah.
You know, even though God called me, that don't mean I'm exempt from all the stuff that goes on in life.
Yeah.
I still got kids. I still got a wife. I still got problems. I still got a job. I still got bills to maintain.
Yeah.
These things happen.
Yeah, you're human.
Without a title.
Yeah, you're human.
With or without a title.
With or without a title.
So I realize that, man, if people in position really want people to excel in God, and I'm talking about the church, you have to allow yourself to be transparent.
Yes.
So the people of God can see who you are and how you operate, so you can be an edification to the body of Christ.
Boy, you said a mouthful.
You know what I'm
right
saying? So it's not, the title don't mean nothing without the benefit and without the expression of those that can see, hey, that's my pastor, that's my bishop, that's my apostle. You know,
Yeah,
those
that's
are
my
the
leader.
instrumental people that people want to cling hold to because
Yes.
you're transparent.
Right.
I shouldn't see you riding in the Bentley, but I don't see you walking first. Come on now.
Come on, Doc.
You know, it's
on, Doc.
it's just what it is.
Yeah.
But if I just see you in the Bentley, then guess what? I don't know where you came from, but you see me walking now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Why you ain't pick me up? Why you ain't let me ride in it? You see what I'm saying?
Feeding people sandwiches and you eating steak and shrimp.
Yeah. It's kind of mind-boggling to accept at times, because these are pillars in our community, in our churches.
Yeah.
People that we're supposed to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to hold up our community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because at the end of the day, we're all fighting a battle.
Yeah.
No matter how you look at it, we're all fighting a battle.
Mm-hmm.
But whether the battle be won depends on who we serve, and how wholeheartedly we're giving God our full attention.
Yeah.
That's just what it boils down to.
Yeah.
But a lot of people doing everything else, but on their knees and praying.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's the essential part right there. That's essential. You see what I'm saying? Little prayer, little power. More prayer, more power.
That's what the old folks used to say.
Yeah.
You know, and it has significance. It just wasn't said just to be said. It was said because it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
You know, I can't tell you something, or you can't tell Junior something that you haven't experienced, because you know it works. That's why you're telling him.
Right.
Hey, son, I don't recommend you do that. You know, your daddy did this, you know, and this how this turned out for me. Now, then after that, if he go and do it on his own, he'll be back to tell you, well, Dad, I know I shouldn't have did that. I did it anyway, but you know, but you already know the story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Story,
But warning comes before destruction.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if the scripture ain't gonna lie, they gonna tell us the truth. You know, it's just what we
Every
believe in
time,
it. You know what
every
I'm saying?
time, every time.
I thank God, man, that I've been able to just kind of sit back and view people for who they are.
Man.
And it was hard for me to accept
them
people
accordingly.
it was hard for me to
treat them
accept
accordingly.
people for who they were, not who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah, there's
you know,
a difference.
the title had me out there. I'm like, man, that's who they supposed to be.
Yeah.
But that's not who they are.
No, that's not who they are.
So when you find out who they are, you tend to say, okay.
Yeah, the placard says this, such and such. But when I'm seeing, you ain't worried out of the office.
Yeah, you sure right.
And man, it's sad to see, man, because like we've been here, you know, for quite a while. You know, I don't rail on nobody or throw accusations on nobody who are in any of the offices. You know what I'm saying? Of the fivefold ministry, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't point my finger at no man or woman of God. All I know is I want to be the best who he called me to be.
Yeah.
In the season that he called me to be. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? All I ever asked for, I didn't say, you know, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? All I ever asked for was guidance.
But preacher, you got to look at it. Most people are threatened by you because you're in obedience and they're not.
Shoot.
So they're threatened because you have the potential, not knowing that ain't even in your mindset to take their place.
Doc,
You following me?
Here's the funny thing about it. Like, I'm a really shy person. You know what I'm saying? My wife will tell you, I'm not one. I don't really. It's kind of hard to explain me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like the big stage, but that's where I'm called to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? At some point, I know I am. I used to wonder about it. I was, you know, I wasn't really confident about doing it. But when I look back over my life, I share this with my wife, you know, and I look back over my life, Doc. He was training me up since way back then. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? For this very moment. I'm talking about, I remember a story. I was standing on the desk in third grade. I was playing football. I was one of the best football players on Sampson Park, and my coach Chris Quest really took a liking to me, man, and he used to call me the Hulk. He said I was strong and I was quick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He would call me the Hulk, and he told me, he said, man, I'm gonna come to that school and I'm gonna visit. He said, I hear you're a pretty good student. I hear you be acting a fool sometime too. Man, this one day I never forget it. I never forget. I'm standing on the desk, Doc, and I'm talking about Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy was out back then.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? I'm a good student, but the teacher that left the class, so I'm
Oh,
the
yeah.
class clown.
Yeah.
I'm cutting up, boy. I'm standing on the desk, and my whole class went silent, Doc. Ain't nobody laughing, ain't nobody saying nothing. Watch this. The coach was standing in the door of the classroom, and this when they had the old classroom with the 4 windows.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's standing in the door.
Looking at you.
And when I turn around, he said, I got something for you. and you know, but 2 things happened for me then. I ain't gonna lie. It really showed me that I'm gonna be held to a different standard than everybody else. I'm gonna be held accountable.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can look back. That's why I tell people like the life I'm living right now and what I aspire to be in God, that started way back then. And it didn't just start when I met my wife.
Yeah.
God's plan, he knew me when we were in the womb, Doc.
Yeah. That's
He
word.
said, I knew you when you was in your mother's womb.
That's scripture.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a plan for you way back then. And so when I look back, it's moments like that encouraged me, bro. Like it really encouraged me. You see what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, had say I was just too rough. All right, I walked away from the football team. Boy, you got me going in. Hey, say I walked away from the football team. All right, at that time I wouldn't have gotten the nurturing that I actually needed.
Yeah.
Because my dad was in prison at that time. All right, so I wouldn't have gotten the nurturing that I actually needed at that moment. All right, it actually helped me to open up. You know what I'm saying, to other people outside, just my cousins or whatnot, or just other adults, right? But at the same time, life was spinning so fast. AC, just 2.5, because my grandma passed in '88, so that was 2 years from what I'm telling you right now, right? That's a whole nother story. That was my first time being slammed on a police call. 2 years later, at the age of 10.
Well, y'all, we're going to take us another break. You're tuned in to the Chopping It Up podcast. We'll be back.
AC the barber, he be chopping it up. Chopping it up. Brand new podcast, chopping it up. You can get you some game or you can get you a cut. We speaking all kind of topics from rich to poor. All negative vibes, get your ass out the door. We connecting with the people trying to get them some knowledge. Whether working 9 to 5 or trying to get into college. We talking business, religion, race, cops, sports, celebrity, health, ops.